Welcome back, Lore Watchers. I'm Tim.
And I'm Jane. Today, we're diving into a legend, a name synonymous with Scottish freedom, but maybe not the full story. We're talking William Wallace.
Yeah, when most people think of Wallace, it's Braveheart, right? Blue paint, screaming, Mel Gibson.
Totally, but that wasn't really William Wallace, was it? The real man behind the myth is far more mysterious and, honestly, more dangerous.
Exactly. He didn't, come from some dirt shack like in the movies. He was actually born into minor nobility.
Right? And he was trained, educated, quietly preparing for something way bigger than Hollywood ever showed us. It wasn't just some big cinematic fight for freedom. He was fighting a personal, calculated war.
Yeah, a very personal one. Because let's set the stage, right? In the late 1200s, Scotland was just falling apart. Their king had died, and England's king, Edward, known as the Hammer of the Scots, moved in fast.
He really did. He didn't just take the throne, Tim. He took their identity, replaced Scottish laws, executed resistors, nobles became spies, towns became prisons.
And Wallace, he was forced to watch all of this as his country bent the knee. But he didn't forget. The fire didn't start with a sword. It started with heartbreak.
Yeah, that's the key part. Legend says he had a wife or someone he loved deeply executed by English soldiers. They didn't just take her life, they made an example of her. And that's when something just snapped in him.
Totally snapped. He didn't wait for a rebellion. He became one. Not with permission, not with an army, just fury and a plan.
Which led to his unique fighting style, right? He didn't fight like a traditional knight. He fought like a shadow.
Oh, absolutely. Striking from forest, ambushing convoys, disappearing into the hills. He used Scotland's land as a weapon, and his enemies had no idea what hit them. And then, Stirling Bridge. He pulled off the unthinkable there, right? A small, outnumbered force just crushed the English army.
It wasn't just a win, it was a humiliation. England labeled him a terrorist, but in Scotland, he was their greatest hope.
Yeah, but Jane, heroes are only safe as long as they're useful.
Oh, the betrayal. After some losses and heavy pressure from England, the Scottish nobles, they turned on him.
They did. They called him reckless, unofficial, dangerous to peace. While Wallace was out there fighting in the shadows, these nobles, they were making secret deals.
And when the time came to hand someone over, it wasn't the English who captured him. It was a Scottish lord, John de Monte, who gave Wallace up for silver and survival, I guess.
Brutal. And his death? It wasn't just an execution. It was designed to erase him. They dragged him through London streets, hung him, cut him down, dismembered him alive. His heart burned, head spiked on London Bridge, limbs scattered across England.
Just as a warning, defy the crown and this is your fate. That's what they wanted to scream. But you know what? Something strange happened instead.
Yeah, it totally backfired. Instead of killing the rebellion, Wallace's death ignited it. His courage spread like wildfire through the Scottish people, and those nobles who betrayed him, they started losing their grip.
And crucially, one of his former rivals, Robert the Bruce, he actually picked up the cause. He learned from Wallace's failures, adopted his tactics, and eventually drove England out for good.
Wallace never lived to see independence, but it was his blood that watered the soil it grew from. It's a powerful thought, really.
They thought they were ending a rebellion, right? What they created was a symbol. Wallace became more than a man. He became a warning to tyrants and a whisper in the hills of Scotland that hasn't faded.
They thought killing him would end the story.
They didn't know it was only the beginning.
And that, Lore Watchers, is our dive into the true story of William Wallace. What a man, what a legacy.
Absolutely fascinating. If you want to dive deeper into historical legends, make sure you subscribe to The Lore Watchers wherever you get your podcasts.
And join us next time for another journey into the past.
Thanks for listening.